Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to the first of my collection videos. Basically I'm going to be doing this house by house if I have enough fragrances that I feel that warrants a video, or I may be doing it, if there's, several single bottles, I'll be combining those into one video, that kind of stuff, based more around, like, if they're from a British house, maybe I'll be throwing those together, that kind of stuff. Dog's fighting in the next room. Anyway, on to this one. This one, as you can tell by the title, this would be from the house of Terry Mugler. So what we're going to do with this one, we're going to go through the fragrances I have, and I'll give you a little bit of information based on them. The first fragrance from this house that I'm going to talk about is going to be that one. That would be Mugler Cologne. Very clean, very green scent. Think Irish Spring soap. Smells a lot like Creed's original vetiver, but I'll be honest with you, while that one lasts a little bit longer, I think this one smells a little nicer. But again, it's a very clean scent, very good, good stuff. We also have this one here, which would be was it Sun Essence, I believe. This is my least favorite fragrance from that I own from this house. It's kind of like a generic orange chocolatey tang-like scent. My wife likes the way that it smells, but it just, it just really doesn't do it for me. I bought this blind. It was a blind buying mistake. I thought that it sounded really good and didn't listen to what some other people had said, and they were right. Yeah. And I paid full retail for it, too, which hurts even more. Anyway, on to the next fragrance, which is going to be B-Men. Now, B-Men this is the refillable flask of B-Men. B-Men is a nice fragrance that I do not find myself wearing very often. It has a rhubarb note. It's a little strange. It's discontinued, but it was a good fragrance. But again, I don't find myself wearing it very often. But I really do like it. I don't wear it very much. It's got that weird rhubarb thing going on, which I don't think is bad, but it's very different. All right, now we're going to get into the mainstay for this house, which is the Amen line. Even though that's Amen Sun Essence, it's not, no. All right, we're going to go to the original Amen. This is one of the refillable, hey, you can actually see me. This is one of the refillable jobs. You can see the juice. I've had this for probably 5 years now. I guess I've had that juice for probably about 5 years. But it's a really good fragrance. It's, caramel, patchouli. It's a beautiful gourmand fragrance. First bottle that I ever had of it, actually, I got it in the late 90s. I think maybe a year or two after it had come out. Great fragrance. It was a little 50 ml in the black rubber flask. Good stuff, awesome stuff. Still love it to this day. As you can see, I've used about half of that, being my most recent bottle of it. We have also from the house, the one that was out for a long time and then discontinued. This will be Pure Coffee. Pure Coffee was re-released. I had a little decant of the original, release of this fragrance, and smelling this, I don't smell a difference. This is just as good as the original stuff, and I'm really happy that I picked this up. It smells a lot like the original Amen, but it's different in the sense that it's a little lighter. The coffee isn't, it doesn't have like a huge coffee note or anything. There's more coffee. The tar's a little lighter. The fragrance itself does not last as long, but it's a less offensive version of the fragrance. Because again, this can be a little in your face because it is so freaking loud. This one here is its tamer brother. Smells great. Very similar though. A little more gourmandy, foodie, a little more caramely. And that is Amen Pure Coffee. We also have, let's see, this would be Amen Pure Malt. Now, Pure Malt was I believe, the second. Yeah, that's what that noise is. I got a dog drinking behind me. Amen Pure Malt was a fragrance that was released, I believe it may have been the second or first flanker. It may have, I can't remember if Pure Coffee or Pure Malt was released first, but this was released, and I mean, it's got this nice boozy and woody scent. Again, still the Amen DNA. It's obviously still a flanker. This was from the original release when it first came out, and I don't think, I know there's a newer version called Pure Malt Creation, which is a little different from what I understand. The other one's drinking. Which is a little different from what I understand, but again, this is a beautiful fragrance, very boozy, very crowd pleasing, has a wonderful caramely dry down. That is Amen Pure Malt. Then we have the little tobacco brother. This would be this beauty here, which is Amen Pure Havane. Pure Havane has your normal Amen DNA, but it also has a nice tobacco and tonka type note to it. Really good stuff. Some people will say that it reminds them of Tonka Imperial by Guerlain, which is a much more expensive fragrance. I see what they're saying, but yet no. There are definitely huge differences between the two. This is, again, a nice tobacco-y version of Amen, and there goes the third dog. He'll probably start drinking in a second, too. But yeah, so this is Amen Pure Havane. Again, beautiful fragrance from the line. Let's see, we have next we will do Amen the Red Star. Amen Taste of Fragrance. Some people call it Pure Chili. Taste of Fragrance basically is Amen with a stronger chili note. Gives it a little bit of a hot feeling to it. Really good fragrance, without a doubt. But it's probably, of the main Amen line, I probably reach for this one the least. Some people say that chili pepper note gives it a. One second, Mel, stop. Sorry about that. Some people say that this fragrance gives it a bit of a or the chili note gives it a bit of like a spiced cake kind of feel. I don't really get that. I definitely get chili. You definitely get a chili note in here. When the mood hits you, it's great, but it's probably the one again that I reach for the least from the line. Next will be the Black Star. If you shine a light bright in here, it kind of has like a dull reflection kind of thing going on in the back, but this is Pure Leather. Pure Leather is my wife's favorite version of the line. Has more of a texture on here. It's kind of rough, I guess, to simulate that it's like a leathery type thing. I don't know what the hell they did, but this is basically Amen with a leathery, not like a Tuscan leather kind of leather, but like a soft leather suede type note. Less tar. I know some people say the tar's amped. I don't get that. I definitely get less tar. And the mint is also amped up. This is more along the lines of the original, the same way that Pure Coffee is similar to the original, in my opinion. It's very similar to the original fragrance, in my opinion, but with more mint, maybe a little less patchouli, and really not much of a tar note at all. Great fragrance, beautiful dry down. Again, it's my wife's favorite version of the fragrance. Next we have this one here. Do not really care for the wood-grained bottle, but this is Amen Pure Wood. Pure Wood is probably my favorite of the line. Wonderful oak. I actually did a full review, and I'll put a link on this video that if you click will open up my review in a separate window, but I did a full review on this one. It's a beautiful fragrance. It has kind of a woody, almost like an oaky style, but it's kind of like you're baking outside. Vanilla baked goods with oak. It's beautiful stuff. Again, this is my favorite of the line, Amen Pure Wood. And the last, but definitely not the least, would be the most recent release from the fragrance from the line and that I own. And that would be Ultra Zest. Amen Ultra Zest is a spiced orange kind of fragrance. This is what I thought this would be. If you got to go with something Amen that's orange, go with that. Don't go with this. It's not, again, this is not a bad fragrance, but by comparison with this out, this is the way that you should be going. This is a spicy orange over like a pure malt style DNA. But it's got this spicy orange thing that starts in the beginning and goes all the way through. It kind of reminds me of a pomander. Now, I know that they released this, fragrance, I believe it was in the spring. And I did try it a couple of times in the spring, a couple of times in the summer. It didn't feel wholly right. I actually think this might be good in the fall. Again, it has that pomander, spicy orange kind of, almost holiday, festive kind of feel. So I will definitely be trying this in the fall, just to see if it gives me any better feel. But this is Amen Ultra Zest. So everybody, this is my first installment again of my collection video. There will be many more to come because I got a whole lot more fragrances to do. And this again is where we start. This is Amen, the Amen line. I think I'm missing Pure Shot, which I think it's nice. I do have a couple of samples. Every time I would order one of these, I'd always request the samples of Pure Shot or Pure Energy. I think it's known now because of the whole guy with no legs shoots his wife thing. Hey, we called it Pure Shot. Oops. Thing, and they removed him. So now it's Pure Energy. But yeah, that's another good fragrance. It's got like a nice juniper note. But again, this is my Terry Mugler. I'm rambling. My Terry Mugler line, and I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully, you'll watch some more of my collection videos, which should be coming out soon. Thanks. Take care. Smell well.